What's up, guys? This is Jesse hitting you with another vlog right here. I know it's been a long time since I've done these things, but yeah, it's been pretty busy. We're getting close to the finals week already, so yeah, I just got my presentation done today, and there's still a lot of things to do currently, but yeah, I'm just gonna have to uh, pull out those restless nights basically. So yeah, if you're tuning in first time watching these vlogs, basically what we do in this channel is three things: music, vlogs that I create basically of my life as a nutritional science student, and the third, um, education. And this is one of the educational videos that I'm trying to do. It's taken a long time because I've been pretty busy, so yeah, but what can I say? This is the major I chose, so I'm gonna have to finish it all. So yeah, all right, I'll catch you guys later. So if you guys don't know, I make beats. If you guys are the first time watching these vlogs, I have the SoundCloud link on my page, but you have to kind of go into the desktop on YouTube in order to click on the link, I think. But yeah, go free and check out the things I have created in there. The latest one, I created something. It's one of the throwback beats I've created since, I want to say, back in 2013 or something like that, but I can't remember when. But yeah, go ahead and check those things out if you're into instrumental music or anything like that. It's just something to point out. So alright, what's up, guys? It is Thursday, April 17th, and it's a lovely day, sunny here. And yeah, you could just see the wind right now. Pretty windy, but it's nice overall. The only thing it's missing though is some clouds, so that is something, but it is what it is. But yeah, if you haven't checked out the latest on my SoundCloud, the last two releases I have in there is, one of them is the CHH Love Songs Part 1. The other one is the Monday Mix playlist. That one's from the very first vlog that I've ever made in this channel. It's just a mix of the music that I created in that, and the other one is from the latest beat that I've created on SoundCloud, posted up on there. It's also on YouTube. I'll have the link down below so you guys can go watch that if you haven't done so already. So the beat is basically called, in Portuguese, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it's called Sorriso, and in English it is called Your Smile. Alright, so it's been a long time since I've done a vlog, but today we're back, or I might say I'm back, and today we're going to be discussing about basically life as a nutritional science student. So today we're going to be taking you to an introduction if you guys are deciding to become registered dietitians one day, in the classes that you have to take, some of the labs that you have to take in your undergrad. So basically we're going to be I'm going to be taking you to, we're going to be basically talking about so I'm going to take you to one of the labs I took last semester in fall 2018. So it's an organic chemistry for nutritional science majors, and that's what we're going to be covering basically. So at least the first wet lab that you actually do at Cal State L.A. If you guys are interested in the things that you're going to be probably going to be taking if you are a nutritional science student. So that's what we're going to be discussing about. So this is more of not really like day in the life videos or music that I usually make, but more educational. So because I don't really have a lot of educational videos that I make. So I'm gonna start to try and get back into that mode. So, how long would I be doing this for? I don't know. I'll maybe make a few videos on the type of material that was covered in this class that I took last semester. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. So to start off, what this lab report is basically about is about the melting points of food flavors and preservatives. So it's one of the labs that you take called Chem 20 from at Cal State L.A. So for organic chemistry for nutritional science majors. So basically, to start off, what this is about is basically we are measuring the melting points that will aid and help us to understand that substances can exist in both solid, liquid, and gas phases. So we will be either heating or cooling a sample. One can achieve these 3 phase changes. Remember, solid, liquid, and gas. So to determine the melting point in this lab, it helped us to identify the unknown substance of 5 compounds that we studied. And that's what we are going to be talking about in this next part. So basically, all of these different reactions can be interchanged between or reversed even. So basically, during these processes, there are major temperature differences that are occurring when we put that sample of the food component into this machine, which we're going to be discussing a bit more later in this vlog, and also have a video on what the actual process looks like during the melting point. It's a melting point apparatus. So, but these changes are visible to the naked eye. So we can actually see how these food components are being melted in this apparatus we'll be using. So these changes are measurable in this case. So, but however, to be able to determine the actual melting point of a food component, there are more things that we need to do. This only gives us a more experimental perspective of it, but not really more in depth of how to actually do it. So to do this, in order to determine the melting point range, a melting point range is usually desired or preferred to be reported rather than the actual number that it is. So it is crucial to know the experimental melting point range of a substance, because it will tell us whether these substances are pure or not. Are we dealing with a pure substance or not? So that's another thing that a melting point helps us to determine. Also, something to keep in mind, not collecting enough sample of that or having too much of a sample might affect the results. Just keep that in mind. When you're actually doing this experiment in your labs, you want to have enough sample in order to have actual or more accurate range of data to be recorded. So, like I said, a special apparatus is used to determine the melting point range of a compound. However, proper use and timing are strictly crucial. And what we're going to be talking about next is basically what the results were. But before that, I think I will show the video, but actually I might show that the video of the apparatus being performed, the melting point, later on this vlog. So I'll talk about that next. A few of the conclusions we need to take when we're dealing with melting points is that it can benefit, obviously, right, the purity of the substance that we're dealing with, the food component that we're trying to determine the melting point range of. However, it can be difficult to do this. So, knowing knowing a few possible substances that we know that have been measured theoretically and experimentally, we can help narrow it down to see what the unknown substance is that we're dealing with, right? So one thing to remember, once again, a wider range of melting point may or does not always mean that it will have a lower melting point than the pure substance form. So here's a short clip of the apparatus that was used in the melting point lab.